Hey, it's Coach Tommy here at the Southington YMCA. Today we're going to go over just a couple of things about position. In our previous newsletters, we talked about stretching and whether or not it's effective as opposed to maybe activating tissues. But one of the things that dictates both of those in terms of how successful it be is position. When we talk about our example of low back pain, our first assessment should see, can this person actually get into a position without pain or dysfunction? So if we ask them to maybe demonstrate flexion or multi-segmental flexion in a toe touch, right? And if that doesn't hurt, then we know that that pattern A is at least going to be able to tolerate some kind of load or positional work. If they have pain, and what we normally see in a lot of our athletes is extension, right? Then maybe we can't actually train that pattern, or we need to be very mindful to stay out of it. So when we talk about stretching in that pattern or doing some core work, we have to be mindful that maybe if we put them in extension and try to get this to help remove the pain or actually become this dysfunctional, it's probably going to have a detrimental effect. So a lot of times when I see athletes doing a plank, which they're trying to do to stimulate their trunk and activate it, they're in this position, in which you can see my spine is extended. What we want to see is actually a neutral spine, or maybe even a little bit of posterior pelvic tilt. And that looks drastically different. Or if I'm stretching something and all of a sudden I'm going for a hip flexor stretch and I'm like this, right? That's actually my spine arching, which will cause pain. I may feel pulling in the front of the hip, but it's not the same type of stretch reflex that we want to actually shoot for. So position dictates a lot of muscle function, but it also dictates how tissues will sequence, or whether we're actually doing what we want to do in the exercise itself.